What's up, everybody? Machata Rockstar here, and welcome to another card review for the Knights of the Frozen Throne Hearthstone expansion. Coming up on my left right here, 5 mana, 1/6 Warlock card, Blood Queen Lana'thel. It's a legendary. It has lifesteal, and it gets +1 attack for each card you've discarded this game. So, right away I'm going to say it. Warlock is getting screwed again. If you play this on curve, right, you play it on turn 5, how many cards are you realistically going to discard? 2? 3? Let's assume for the sake of argument that you can get a Lakari Fellhound down on 4, discard 2 cards, play a Succubus and some other discard thing, and you discard 4 cards. And then this would give you a 5 mana 5/6 with lifesteal behind a Lakari Fellhound. That's your best case scenario. Do you really need the healing at that point? Probably not. I highly doubt you've even been knocked down 10 HP. So then does this card really help you? Not really. Yes, a 5 mana 5/6 is pretty well statted. I think that's pretty good. But again, this is the absolute best case scenario when played on curve. Most of the time when you play this on curve, you're going to be playing a 3/6 with lifesteal, a 2/6 with lifesteal, maybe even a 4/6 with lifesteal. Fingers crossed. It just doesn't help you. It doesn't. Life gain does not help you at that stage of the game. Now, eventually it will help you on turns 7, 8, 9, and 10. But is this really going to live that long? Probably not. It doesn't heal itself. Now, if this card had lifesteal and heals itself for the same amount, this card would be fucking sick. It would be OP and probably would cost 6 or 7 mana. But as it stands right now, if this comes out as a 5 mana 1/6, oh my god, I mean, this is garbage. Garbage. I mean, this is junk bot levels of garbage. Best case scenario. Oh, we already said best case scenario. So let's think about late game, right? Let's say it becomes like an 8/6, 9/6, 10/6. Okay, that's good. Lots of attack. This is great, and lots of heal, right? That's great. It's still only a 6 health. 6 health is pretty darn easy to handle on turn 8, 9, 10, or 11. You know, in the late game, this card just isn't going to do that much. Is it really going to save you? No, because when you play it, it doesn't get to attack. It's only going to attack the next turn. So it doesn't have initiative. It doesn't do anything instantaneously. It's just not that good. It's just too slow. And I think lifesteal is a cool mechanic, and it could extend games, but you're putting it on minions that don't have charge. And this actually makes the Chillblade champion for Paladin significantly better the more I think about it, because like you always get the 3 heal, like it's always there. Whereas this guy, you may never get it. You may just play it, it gets removed, done, poop. Right? It's not even a demon, so it's not like I can artificially buff it up. So I hate to say it, Blood Queen Lana'thel sucks. So Blood Razor, 4 mana, 2/2, Battle Cry and Death Rattle, warrior weapon, deal 1 damage to all minions. 2, count them, 2 whirlwind effects in 1 weapon. And you get a 2/2 blade, which you can use immediately. So if you think about it, this is actually a 3 damage swipe and then another 3 damage swipe in 1 card. Plus, you have Acolytes of Pain on board, they get hit. You got Bloodhoof Brave on board, it gets enraged. Any enraged mechanic gets buffed by this. Anything where taking damage to itself is beneficial gets buffed by this, right? We lost Revenge. We still have Whirlwind. Now we have 2 more Whirlwinds. Redundancy, effects, and Hearthstone are good. This is what you want. This card is fucking great. It's fucking fantastic. It's going to fit into a ton of decks. There's so many applications that this card is going to have. This is Deathbite 2.0. While I still think Death's Bite is better than this card because of the 4 attack and the ability to control the board. So that's one thing this card doesn't necessarily do as well, is it doesn't control the board quite as well. But its effect spreads out more. So Death's Bite on turn 4 dealt 4 damage to 1 target, whereas this card deals 3 damage to 1 target and 1 damage to everything. So potentially this card could kill off a bunch of smaller minions better than Death's Bite would have on turn 4. Death's Bite was really good when your opponent played a 4/4, a 5/4, and then you just smacked it in the face and killed it, and you knew next turn you could play your Patron and play this, and then boom, kicking butt. This card is going to be super sick and wild, where Grim Patron is still a thing. I mean, Grim Patron Warrior is going to be ridiculous with this card. Telling you. I mean, there's more Whirlwind effects, the better. And just being able to clear your board out, right? Combining this, 6 mana, Sleep with the Fishes, right? You can deal your damage to all these characters. I mean, you can get, like, this card with Mosh, King Mosh, right? You play this on 8, it does its Whirlwind effect, you swing, right? And then you just attack again and play Mosh on 9, clear your opponent's whole board. This card has very, very versatile, very good. Thumbs up. I think this is maybe the best card revealed at this point. Maybe. But it is getting my highest score up until this point, 9 out of 10. Prince Taldaram. 3 mana, 3/3. Battlecry. If your deck has no 3-cost cards, transform into a copy of a minion. Huh. So it's like a slightly worse Faceless Manipulator for 3 mana. Well, it's an interesting effect, let's say that. Okay, so the effect itself is good, right? You play Tyrion, you hit this on Tyrion, that's awesome, right? You play Cairn and then this, that's awesome, right? A 3/3 Cairn is cool. Even a Loot Hoarder gets you another draw, right? Copying Death Rattle effects seems really good with this card. Leroy, copy this to deal 9 charge? Maybe? Does this count for Quest Rogue? Probably not, right? I don't know if Faceless Manipulator counts for Quest Rogue. It'd be kind of cool if it did. Be nice. Copying Jade Swarmers in Jade Rogue. 3/3 Jade Swarmers, pretty good. 3/3 Stealth, kind of nice. And honestly, that deck doesn't have that many 3-cost cards. You have to cut, I guess, SI7 Agent, maybe Mimic Pod. I don't know. I would say cutting the 2-cost slot, like in Prince Keliseth, is a lot more significant of a drawback than cutting the 3-cost slot. Because you can always hero power, you can always play a 2-drop, you can play a 2 and a 1, whatever. 3 is not that important. It's not super important. You get tempo out on 3. But that also means that this effect should and is significantly worse than getting +1/+1 to everything in your deck. Neat card, neat effect. Still don't think it's actually worth getting rid of all the 3-cost cards in your deck. I will try it out. I just don't think it's going to see play. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. I think it's just below playable right now. Or I also think that maybe it will eventually become playable, but somebody's going to have to really, really dig and really, really try to make this card work. And the drawback still may not be worth it. That's the problem. Like with Reno Jackson, having 1 copy of 1 card in your deck was fine because you got to re-heal back up to 30. I mean, that's a powerful effect given the what I would consider a very significant drawback to your deck. This card, yes, you have no 3-cost cards in your deck, which isn't that bad, but the thing that you get isn't really that good. Nerubian Unraveler, 6 mana, 5/5, spells cost 2 more. So it doesn't say your opponent's spells cost 2 more, it just says spells in general. So your spells get affected by this thing. This card is seemingly bad at first, but is actually probably pretty good. I think if it was a little cheaper, it might see play. So one of the things that made Loatheb so good is when you jammed it down on 5, you got a 5/5 body for 5, which is perfectly finely statted. And then you really made it difficult for your opponent to actually utilize the removal spells that would be required to get rid of Loatheb and the other creatures that were already on the board. So Loatheb a lot of times shut down your opponent's ability to do anything. The problem with this guy is spells cost 2 more. Most good removal costs somewhere between 1 and 3 mana. And so turning it into a 5 mana card, into a 4 mana card, into a 3 mana card sucks. But on turn 7, it's not so bad. Like, okay, you know, I can still hex something and play a 2-drop. So, I don't know. It's not as big of a tempo swing as you would like for a 6 mana card. And it's really hard to slot that in. You know, to me, this is probably going to be something where, like, it's the top end of a really aggressive deck. You know, the nice part is this goes into the Flame Strike turn, right? So this will be really good to mess with mages, I think. But I think, you know, Execute costing 4 mana, while that's not good, is not terrible either. So, I don't know. The effect is cool. I think the effect is neat, and it's disruptive, which is really good, and that's what Loatheb really did. You know, it's similar to like Dirty Rat, where it just kind of disrupts your opponent's plays. 6 mana? I mean, fuck. I mean, how many 6 mana cards am I going to slot into my deck? 2? 3 tops? I just don't see this finding a spot, man. Like, I don't know. I'm going to give it a 5. I think it will see fringe play. It will see some play. Somebody's going to find a deck to put this into, and it will be good. And my guess is it's probably going to be some sort of like, I don't know, maybe like a mid-range or aggro kind of hunter deck, and then this is like the top end. Like a deck that doesn't even play high mains. You know, it just boom, 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 tempo, 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 bam, play this guy, and then they can't board clear, and then that's the face damage you need to win the game. 3 mana, 4/3, Death Rattle. If it's your opponent's turn, gain 6 armor. Wow. Wow. And it's a Death Rattle. So immediately N'Zoth synergy. Armor gain. 3 mana 4/3 is aggressively statted, but if your opponent trades into it, you get 6 armor, which would disincentivize them to trade into it. You bring this back with N'Zoth, you get another 6 armor gain. Wow. This card is good. I mean, downside is just the low health, but 3 mana 4/3s have seen play. Wow. Yeah. Card's good. Not quite sure what deck it would fit into. I guess maybe a control deck. But I could see it even fitting into an aggro deck. Just getting 4 attack on turn 3 is pretty good. Maybe this fits into Pirate Warrior even. I don't know. You know, just a little bit of life gain in Pirate Warrior sometimes is important. Yeah. This card is so flexible. It has so many uses to it. I think it could fit into anything. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good card. I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's definitely going to see play. It's not going to be a huge game changer, but it's another tool. I think that's what I've noticed with this set, is that most of the cards aren't spectacular, but they're extra tools. And that's what an expansion should do. Journey to Un'Goro was the expansion that should have been spectacular. And it was. This expansion should be one that gives you things to augment things that you're already doing. And a lot of these cards do that. They augment it's almost like a whole expansion of tech cards. You know, just extra stuff to slot into your deck to make your decks that much better, that much more refined. But yeah, good card, 7 out of 10. Professor Putricide, 4 mana, 5/4. After you play a secret, put a random hunter secret into the battlefield. What? So Secret Hunter was already a thing at one point in the meta of Hearthstone. And This guy, like, now he's... What the fuck? 2 secrets! 2 secrets! And then the other one's random, so you have no idea what it is. It could be fucking anything. Misdirection comes back now. Like, wow! This card is great. This card is really good. Holy crap. It's not on curve play. You're not playing it till turn 6. But on turn 6, you get 4 mana, 5/4, and 2 secrets? Holy shit. Wow, that's really good. Oh my god. Cloak Huntress on 3, it lives. Professor Putricide on 4. Secret, and just rainbow. I mean, ideally, that's what you want. Wow. It's a legendary. Gonna be harder to play. But really good. Really good. Even if you don't have any secrets, still a 4 mana 5/4, which is fine. Which is aggressively statted and good for Hunter. Wow! This card is good. This card is really good. I mean, you're going to have to play a few more secrets to actually get some value out of it. But, yeah. Come back as Secret Hunter. Why not? I love it. I think it's awesome. It doesn't further a deck archetype that's currently being played, but it does potentially further a deck archetype that used to see play, and hopefully will now see play again. So guys, it is 6:40 p.m. on Tuesday the 25th. So that is the cards up until this point. I will make another video as soon as I get somewhere between 4 and 6 cards. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Keep learning, keep rocking, and the Rockstar will. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos, you can see the most recent videos here. You can see a recommended playlist here. And if you want to subscribe, you go right here. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep rocking, and the Rockstar will see you later.